I'm going to get started here. All right, hi there, stamping with LauraZStamps. Hi there. So I'm going to get started and we'll see who pops in. All right. Hi, everybody. Hope all is well with you. And tonight I am doing a card idea that is definitely going around the internet with other demonstrators. And I think it's called Four Corners card idea, Four Corners technique, if you will. And it's definitely a cool idea. And I'm totally casing this from Create with D. And this gal is a demonstrator I follow and have admired over the years. And I just absolutely am casing her work tonight, right down all of it. So it's kind of cool. So here we go. We are going to get started with a piece of cardstock. And I said to you earlier, we're going to use a piece of white, basic white cardstock. What you want to do is cut off, let me see, I got to find my sample here. Haha. What did I do with it? Okay. Okay, you're going to cut off a 1/2 inch on the, you have 8.5 by 11 cardstock. So you want to cut off a 1/2 inch. So it's 10.5. And then the 8.5 side, you want to make it so that it's 8. So cut off a 1/2 inch. I'm sorry. Yes, 10.5. So you want to have 10.5 by 8. So 10.5 by 8. And here's my piece through the magic of television. So you want to cut off a 1/2 inch off of each side. And we're going to be using a ruler. So 10.5 by 8 is what you got. And I'm sorry, I didn't say it, but you need a pencil and a ruler. Dum, da, dum. I'll give you a moment here. Move forward here. Okay, I know I don't have samples for you. I'm so sorry. I've been so busy today. Thought I had a church appointment and suddenly I got a text message from somebody and there was not an event today. It was tomorrow, and it was not the one we had talked about in the afternoon today. So I drove halfway to the church, which is about 45 minutes away, and found out, no, just something tomorrow night, not tonight. Haha. So, life is interesting. It's all good. All right, so now you got your ruler and a pencil. All right, so what you're going to do is you want to have 5 1/4. Hold on a second here. Okay, yep. Okay, so you're going to mark the long way, so the 10.5 side. You want to mark it at 5 1/4, top and bottom. And then turn it so you have at this side, the 8-inch side, you want to do 4 inches. And then bottom, 4 inches. And then what you want to do is connect both sides. And if I flip it over, I already have it. And you want to do it very lightly. So you want to have everything marked very lightly. I'm going to find my one eraser here. I just want to kind of... I don't want it to be too intense here. Okay, there you go. I want to have it very light so that I don't have to erase anything when I stamp. Okay, so what I said is to have, okay, the colors I'm going to be using here, and you can kind of go with what you have personally. I said pick a stamp set that's a floral or leaves. So obviously kind of go with the color combination that you want here. I'm going to go with a stamp set that Dee had also. It's a stamp set that was on a special like a year ago, and it's in our catalog. And I'll be honest with you, I bought it, I was very excited, and it was all about greens, a lot of greens. And I just, to be honest, I haven't touched it since the special came out. Shame on me. And for me as a demonstrator, I need to start showing things, other ideas to inspire you, because I know many of you had bought it from me, and you're probably going, oh, Laura, I haven't used this, so let's get on this. Okay, so let me make sure I have stamp blocks here. I had an event yesterday, and so I used up some of my stamps, so I'm going to just continue to use these guys. Okay, so I'm just going to be using block B and block D. If I have to run over to my other box here and get the other ones, I will, but I think we're going to just be with those couple. Okay, so we're going to use Eden's Garden. And you can use a bigger block, absolutely. I'm just going to use this one. And to start out with, let's see here. Let me see if this works on here. Yeah. And then a smaller one, so that should be fine. Okay, so those are the 3 stamps, whoops, that I'm using from Eden's Garden. And you can use whatever you'd like. So the colors I'm choosing here are Blackberry Bliss, Old Olive, and Crushed Curry. Same ones, like I said, I'm casing this total card. And for those of you that don't know what case is, case everything, if you've heard that term before, it means copy and share everything. So that we as demonstrators believe in sharing. It's what we do. And you copy an idea and basically you're casing it. You're copying it and then you're sharing it with others. So some demonstrators share this with other demonstrators, and from there we share it with our customers. And it's a great idea. And I definitely like to share it with my demonstrators too. So this is kind of a cool idea here. So we're going to start out with the lighter color. And you're going to start out with Crushed Curry. And we're going to ink this guy up. Let's see how he looks here. I like to practice first. Ooh, that's kind of a sad ink pad. Thankfully, I have another Crushed Curry here. Let's hope this is inked well. Oh yeah, it's inking well. Okay. You know what? We're going to go back to the other one. Okay. Okay, I'm going to start out by stamping in the middle, right at the 4 corners here. We're going to push this down. And I know it's like, what? Okay, it's one of the, I don't even know what to tell you. But anyway, it's an interesting design. So it's like dark in some areas, lighter in the others. And I'm just going to go ahead and Stamp it like that. I'm just going to go ahead and go right along the edges. You can start seeing the pattern here. I kind of turn things. Here we go. I'm going to do that. I want to have a little space in between here because we're going to fill it in with the other stamps. So there you go. You have the 4 corners all done up here. I've got my chamois here, which is absolutely still the best. I know baby wipes are great, but I will tell you, these are great. This is really a great item to have. And it goes, wow, look at all that yellow. I just wash it out. Sometimes I throw it in the washing machine. And I just use a blank case. We sell these, which is great, and I just use them. I do let it dry because I found one recently that must have not done well. It completely molded. I had to throw it out. You want it to dry naturally, and it'll just kind of curl up in a way, kind of shrink and be hard, and then just throw it in the water, warm water or cool water, and let it sit there in the sink for a minute while it gets damp, and then squeeze it out, and then you can start using it again. And when I need to wash it, I throw it in the washing machine with some rags. So it's a great item to have. Obviously, you can see I've used this just a little bit. All right, so I'm going to take this guy off. Okay, I'm going to use this particular leaf. I'm going to use Old Olive. And I'm just going to go ahead and stamp it. Right, and I turn my stamps. I kind of turn them every which way just to kind of get it interesting. Here we are. And it's almost like a one-sheet wonder where you decorate the whole thing and then trim it up and add a greeting. So this is just a different version of that. This is called 4 corners because we're going to be cutting up all of them, and then you have all the corners done up, which is kind of cool. Okay. Now we'll use this one, and we're going to use Blackberry Bliss. Okay. This one is not as inky as it should be, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and add this. And I'm just kind of filling in spaces here, just a little bit, and I'm okay if it goes over. I'm turning my sheet around. Now I think the original gal D just did not, she just kind of turned it and used her stamp. I turned the whole sheet around to see where I'm lacking in something. All right. Kind of happy with that. I did a couple things here. I might fill that in right there. Okay. I'm good with that. And so far, it looks like my pencil marks have filled in, and I'm good. Now what I'm going to do, I do have some marking there, and I'm just going to kind of okay, I'm good with that. Okay, so now what you have your decorated piece. Now if you wanted to continue, obviously you could do a whole piece and decorate it and cut it out. This is the four corners, so you're going to see this in just a minute. We're going to also fill it in a little bit. And I'm going to take my blue, Balmy blue, or you can take a light yellow, or even a crumb cake, a neutral. You could do a neutral color. I'm going in the same color group, if you will. So what we've got here, the three colors that I used are the Regals, Rich Regals. So that's all staying within the color group. Obviously the blue is not part of that group, but that's okay. I'm copying the idea of what Dee had. So we're gonna just start off. There we go. And you want to get it going here. And then you start off the page and just start coming in just a little bit. Whoops, but that's okay. If you haven't used these awesome brushes, they're fantastic. We sell them in a pack of 3. These are great, the blending brushes. I did an event yesterday where kids were using these. Oh my gosh, they had so much fun. And the moms were like, wow, those are makeup brushes. I said, well, in this manner, we're using them as craft brushes. So it was kind of fun to see that. How the moms were impressed that their kids were totally understanding this. Okay. I'm just going up in the corners, not going anywhere else. A little more than I wanted, but that's okay. There we go. That's it. All right. A little tip for you. I actually mark these with a Sharpie. This one's for my light blues. So when I'm done, I just kind of rub it off to the side here. And that's how I have it. So this touched up against some of my pinks, so I gotta make sure it stays with my blues. But you can definitely wash them with a little soap and water. However you wash makeup brushes. I personally don't wear makeup, so I don't do that. And since I'm here in the Midwest, things don't always dry as quickly, so some people do like to wash them, but it's going to take almost a week because we're here in the Midwest, and it takes a while for the density of these guys to get dry. So I personally just stick with my blues, and I rub them off. And I go with the light blue and the dark blues. So I keep 2 separate ones. And that's just how I handle my brushes. Okay, now we're going to cut. All right, so now we're going to cut this down. I'm going to start at the 4-inch, cutting it in half here, and then 5 1/4. I'm sorry, 5 1/4. There you are. And the base, I've got 2 of Old Olive. It's my go-to green. So 4 1/4. Giving it a score and then cutting it in half. Second one. There we go. right, so now I've got my 4 bases here. There we are. I'm not going to do anything different with them. You could cut them out. The the dies that I'm using are going to be the Deckled rectangles. I don't know if any of you have gotten these. A few of you have, I know. But this is great. So what I've done is actually cut out my pieces ahead of time for the greetings, and I used the first 2. And I'm using crushed curry and the basic white. This is in a very addictive set, so I don't know if any of you have tried this. This is kind of cool. It looks like I've ripped the paper. I like this, so it's already done for me, so this is kind of cool. Now, something that could be done is to trim this out this way, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to keep it as a straight-on, straight-on cut here. All right. Finding my bone folder here. And I try to line it up pretty well. There we go. You can get a lot of cards done very quickly if you did a bunch of these. Even if you didn't cut them up and just had the paper straight on and put them off to the side, boy, you'd have a lot of cards done very quickly. You could get this done. All you had to cut and glue down, and that's kind of neat. And then put your greetings with it, because you could decide what you wanted to do. All right, so we're going to begin. Adding seal. Okay. All right. So here we go. We've got my cards right here. Now we're going to work with the greetings. Got my little pieces here. And normally you know, using the set, you got hello there, sending hugs, dear friend, how are you? Let's celebrate everything. You could do whatever you wanted, but generally I like to pair a stamp set with a lot of floral or a lot of little objects in a stamp set with a greeting set. And again, my go-to greetings, aptly named go-to greetings, I'm going to use it. So let's see if we can get, I'm going to do the happy birthday. Maybe happy birthday and some thank you. Let's see, just a note. Let's see. Kind of lining it up. I think I'm going to do two thank yous and happy birthday. Yes. Because the one happy birthday definitely will not fit on there. But you could do just a note. Whoops. And just a note. Although that looks tiny. Okay. Just a note. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do thank you and happy birthday. Okay. Just gonna go with happy birthday here. Okay. Yep, very wet ink pad here. And then thank you. I'm always doing thank yous. Whoops, let's see here. I made a boo-boo, so not liking that. Okay. Yep, that's good. Okay, so now I gotta do one again. Okay, so let's start. See? Oopsie. Oops. So I'll have to use that for something else. So I'm gonna put off that to the side here. And we're gonna cut it out in front of you using the mini cut and emboss machine here. Let's see. Okay, so just going ahead and cutting this out. Whoops. Okay, before I put anything away, let's try it again. All right, I'm good with that. All right. And these pieces work too, the negative. So this piece, the extra, I'm going to cut it up and I can use this for something else. Or you could be like many a times, I'll be like, nope, I'm done with all my extras. Okay, so we've got our greetings. We're just going to go ahead and add snail. If you prefer the glue, go right ahead. Choose a greeting that works for you. There you go, perfectly centered. These dies are great. Okay. Now I am going to do a little extra. I want to use a little bit of my hemp twine here. Let's see here. Okay. I'm good with that. And just, what do I measure? Well, I kind of just go about 20 inches. I know some of you have lots of this, so time to use it. And you just kind of make it into an 8. Sometimes that little extra. Okay, push it down. There we go. That one's a little bit neater. It works. Okay. Okay, so here we're going to work with the one that I had the extra oops. So I'm going to make it messy and awesome. So what I'm going to do is put this guy right here. And we're going to work with dimensionals. Let me find the dimensionals here. Here we go. So I put the tape down, add string, wire, twine, whatever works for you, whatever you have on hand. Okay, and then just go ahead and placing it right there. Okay, card number 1. Card number 2. Okay, do I go through a lot of dimensionals? Absolutely. Way more than most people. But when I have a bigger piece like this, yeah. Especially if I've got the twine here and I want to put it down correctly. I want it to stick. I don't want it to pop open. Again, the grid paper helps out where I'm putting it. Okay. Now my next one. Thank you. And again, just go ahead and place your tape. Pretty much just doing 2 swipes. And I'm taking 3 fingers, just adding it. Whoops. Yep, I'm good with that. This one might have been a little bit long, but that's okay. Now you may not like the look of it, and that's totally fine. You do not have to do it. You can also use ribbon. If you had some blue ribbon, anything that coordinates with these colors, use it. Go for it. You could also just do an S coming down here, or like a Z. And that's kind of cool with the ribbon. I just decided to use this tonight. And you know what? I'm going to place you right here. You know what? I'm going to actually... That is too much. What the heck? We're going to pull it out. Yep, even Laura makes boo-boos. Let's see. Wow, this was like way too much. Let me see what I had here. Wow, way too much. So I'm going to just go ahead and swipe a little bit off. There we go. I'm going to trim it off. Much better, a little less. Okay. So now we just add more here. Suddenly I find the reason why I go through so many of these. Okay, like that. And now the last one. Let me just see if I have any ribbon here to show you a different version of it. Whoops. Hopefully my cat is not around here. She'll be all over this. Here's another version I'll show you that will look just fine as well. And this is using our Whisper White crinkled seam binding ribbon. So we have our thank you. So we just got it, and we'll just go like this. You come across. Like that. And I'm going to add a little more tape. There we go. We'll add some dimensionals. Like I said, you can't have enough. And this one, I'm just going to put right in the center. And again, following the lines of my grid paper, a little bit across here. There we are. So here are my samples. Kind of a cool way of doing a card, huh? So that's kind of a different way of doing it. You can certainly add bling. One of the things, like I mentioned last week, one of the things that I'm going to add a little bit here, are the Iridescent Pearls Basic Jewels with a $25 order this month. $25 or more, you get this from me. So a pack of this. So that's kind of a cool little extra for you, if you will. Let's see. Just kind of add it here. You know what? I am going to add, whoops, I just took out the sticky on it. I'm going to add it in here. I think I prefer it. Whoops, that one I just lost. Yep, these do not take it well. If you rub it off, so you get to see me do all kinds of mistakes tonight. Okay, so we're going to add it up here. I think I like that better. So just a little bit on the card. And since I think I'm going to add 5 on this one, so just a little bit on there. And it's nice because it's not too high that it would cause a problem sending. So on this one, I'm going to add the bigger one. And I'm going to start it right here. There. And right here. And move it over just a little bit. There we go. I'm going to do the same here, except I'm going to do a little one here, big one, and a little one. It needs just a little help there. Then we have the last happy birthday one. Let's see. This one I'm going to just kind of add 2 larger ones and 3 small ones. And it's just enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I just add a little bit. Remember, you want to go with odds to make it look pretty awesome. So this is kind of a neat idea. You can certainly add anything extra to it if I wanted to add. So I've got 5 here. I could add 2 up here. So just enough. So I hope you guys like this. So this is really a cool idea. It's called the 4 corners technique. I really enjoy this. This is kind of cool. I hope you get a kick out of this. Now, even if you don't have the brushes, you could certainly use sponges, or you could just skip the blue altogether. Kind of gives it a sky peeking through, like you're looking through the trees or something. It just kind of gives it an interesting look to it. So yeah, I'm kind of digging this. This is a neat card idea. So I've got 2 birthday and 2 thank you, and it's just the right amount. I hope you guys enjoyed this on a Sunday evening, and I hope you come back next Sunday evening when we do a little bit more. I'll be coming back from a trip with my family. My daughter's looking at schools, and so yeah, I hope I'm back early enough so that I don't have to change anything. So my October hostess code, if you have an order that's $149 and under, you want to use a hostess code 4SB4CS4G. And you want to shop with me at LauraZStamps.net. And I thank you. And my gift this month with a $25 order or more are these guys, the iridescent pearls. So that's kind of fun. So thank you very kindly. I'll have this posted up on my blog in a day or so and on YouTube to see the video again. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you soon. Thanks.